Good morning, lovely beings. Today we initiate the next 52-day cycle, and I'm doing this as a podcast because I'm in my pajamas. So it's the easiest way for me to do this. Other people in my household are doing other things as well, and so trying to work around that dynamic, which is key to co-creation and creating heaven on earth. These are the new lessons that we're learning right now. So it's Sunday the 10th of July. It's 8:17 a.m. in the UK as I'm making this, and we are beginning the Red Skywalker 52-day process. Red Skywalker for me is a very special time. It's a time when I first connected to the dream spell, got my first calendar and started using it, unbeknownst to me of how important this would be as well. So also it's often been a very challenging time, and I've logged all of these experiences that I've had and checked out all the astrology around them and gone deeper into the other people that were involved and their code, and with the intention of understanding this. So this is how you can use these amazing tools to literally create heaven on earth for yourself by understanding what creates hell for you, and then starting to take action around that so that you don't create that experience for yourself anymore. And that is the key to becoming empowered and self-existing, which is day 4 of any wave spell, and the 4th Mayan sign, which is yellow seed, which is also a planetary energy. So today is a really good day to set an intention. It's a waxing moon, and today it's a very powerful moon degree as I'm making this in the UK. It's Scorpio at 29 degrees. So I'm just going to say a little bit more about the moons. I'm going to read you Inside Degrees, which is aquaorfire.net, Scorpio 29, and umbilical cord. Definitely completely attached, but what you are attached to changes drastically. Each time it is to the source of sustenance. If at first a mother, womb, and elemental past, it can easily become later on a great teacher, a path, a journey. You are still thoroughly, personally hooked into the sweetness, the juice, the power. Yet as the levels shift, as the attunement deepens, you go from destructive enmeshment towards incredible openings. And as you learn to cut loose from each last thing and to move towards the next greater thing, you become adept in the rough process of inner soul work. You have an extraordinary aptitude for taking the most binding and heavy-duty circuits and moving into and through them, grasping hold of the guiding influence of ever greater circles of allegiance, leading eventually towards mutation and evolutionary breakthrough of the first magnitude. So 29 degrees is the anaretic degree, and if you don't know a lot about that, Google it because it's very magical. If you have any 29 degrees in your chart, these are breakthrough doorway areas. And it's very significant because when you add these numbers together, it's number 11, which in the Mayan is spectral. It's about releasing the emotional story, the wounding story, in order to open the heart more and connect to the Galactic Sun. And the Galactic Sun is part of this wave spell. If you want to check out any more information, please go onto my website, which is flowwithjo.com, And there are lots of resources on there to navigate through. I've been creating this resource for, I think it's around about 11 years now. And I've been doing the dream spell for 11 years, monitoring and recording and sharing my own experience as much as I can, obviously without involving too much around other people. I've had a very challenging time since I moved to Glastonbury in the UK, because it's the heart chakra, it's the third eye chakra, and it has 52 ley lines coming into it. So for people who set that intention when they come here, it's very, very powerful in terms of the journey and aligning with these cosmic codes, remembering who we really are. That's the key. So in terms of the rest of the moons, we started this particular cycle on the 19th of May. And if you're in my Red Dragon 52 group, then I have shared the ebook that goes into more depth about this. If you want to join this group, it's open to women, and its purpose is about sharing these codes and this amazing tool of the dream spell and how to use it. So when we initiated this 260-day cycle, which is a 9-month gestation period for the human being to evolve, we were in Spectral Moon, day 18, and Taurus Sun. So this is all about manifestation. It's about practical, grounded ways of working with what is. Goddess Isis, it is what it is. And it was a waning moon. So that sets the flavour of the whole cycle. And this is following on the back of 2 recent cycles. The immediate previous one was Virgo, which started on the 1st of September 2021. And before that, it was Sagittarius. I can't remember the exact date, but it's in the booklet if you want to have a look at it. And so that was about Akashic record, accessing Akashic record in order to heal and change our star energy by working within. And followed by Virgo, which is about looking at what the present is made up of. Where did it come from? What was pre-sent before? What is the mindset? And changing the conditioned cultural mindset, transforming that so that it aligns with the goddess, which is about being empowered and being free from codependency, self-nurturing, and changing a lot of behaviours, especially for women, as the sacred feminine comes back in at this time into balance. So we have 5 52-day periods, and each one taking us through a process of awakening, refining, transforming, and then manifestation. And as I said, we began on the 19th of May with Red Dragon. So we've had 52 days of what the Great Mother is bringing us for our conscious evolution, around survival issues, around distortions, illusions, delusions, how we've made ourselves fit into a society that is not nurturing, is not healthy, is so far away from the light, because it has followed thousands of years of shadow and trauma and ways of being that are not in alignment with who we actually are. So now we begin Red Skywalker, and that begins with Cosmic Moon day 14. So it's full moon energy. Cosmic Moon is the 13th moon. So we're now building on what came before in this spectral moon. So the whole of the first 52-day period was around initiating what needs to be released, and then looking at our crystal moon, which is how clear are we? The moon story being our emotional story that we have inherited from our mothers and their experience, and so on, right back through all our generations on an ancestral level. And now we're looking at what needs to shift with cosmic moon as we're coming up to this super moon on the 13th. What do we need to do to be disciplined, be the disciple with a Capricorn moon, and parent ourselves? So we've got Cancer Sun, mothering, nurturing, and we've got Father, the completion of what was initiated back at the winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere, which was on December the 21st. So if we set an intention today, this energy is going to run through until August. The 31st, we begin Red Magnetic Serpent, which is the next 52-day cycle. And so throughout July, throughout August, we can be building on this energy to create heaven on earth through us as a Skywalker. This first 13-day process has 3 clear signs in it. And again, if you want to check out more about that, Google 13 clear signs. They're on Pakal Votan's tomb in the Temple of Inscriptions in Palenque. And as I said, on day 8 of this 13-day cycle, we will be experiencing his personal sign. Also, we have red overtone earth on day 5. That's another clear sign. And white rhythmic mirror, which is on day 6. And that is also an Akashic record portal day as well. So there are no other wave spells that have 3 clear signs in them. And this shows the power. At the moment, in the 20-day process, we are in the 3rd one of co-creation. And that is Red Lunar Dragon at the top, at the beginning when this was initiated. And we are now on day 13 of that. So letting go again of the emotional story, what came up during Red Dragon, 19th of May, the first 13 days. So again, you can cross-reference all of these. And if you're wanting to work at this deep level, this is essential for you to start recording what is happening for you and specific dates for it. Because the more specific you get and the more that you embed this process within you, then the universe will align with you and show you exactly what is coming up to be cleared. By the time we get to the 8th day, yellow galactic sun, we will then be integrating the previous wave spell of yellow sun, which we just completed yesterday. And yellow sun is the mastery of this whole system of working with it. The objective around this is to heal all our ancestral emotional wounding story so we get clear. We become a clear sign and we can then fully be living the Galactic Sun message, free of our original human being story. And that is the purpose of why we are here. The most important thing is for each individual to get clear of their own story. We have been told that this is about what's outside of us, about what we do in the world, and how that will change everything. And I offer you that this is not true. This is a reversal of truth. The truth is the only thing we can change and control is ourselves. And to heal our heart is the most important thing, because this is what creates our holograph. This is what creates our reality. So yesterday on the 9th, what did you experience? What was shifting for you? Okay, so I'm going to make a mini blog every day over this first 13 days and share this with the group. Please do share your experiences if you choose to. And I'm just going to share the Mayan Oracle card for today, which is number 4, which is self-existing or measure. Remember, again, that's another key objective, which is to become free of codependency, to become self-existing, to let go of any power struggles, any imbalances. And we do that on an inner level. That will change on the outer level. So it's healing all our codependent power struggle stories. And the cards for today are totally amazing because I decided to draw 4 cards to match with the 4 measure. And the number 4, again, in the Mayan is yellow seed. It's the 4th day in any process. And this is about opening our starseed potentiality by understanding how we've created coping mechanisms in order to survive. However, these coping mechanisms, which are often addictions, which are often behaviors such as people pleasing, that are about trying to cope with narcissistic relationship often, which is rampant on planet Earth. So once we start to learn new ways of how to feel and let all our emotions come out and heal the events where we have been under duress, under stress, not felt able to be ourselves. Once we begin to heal that, we start to come back into balance, and the whole universe will start to align with that. Our holograph will change, we'll start having different experiences, and we have to learn to be brave and go through the process. So the cards that go with this today, Major Arcana, we've got the Priestess. And again, these are all Thoth cards. So if you Google these, and so that's the second Major Arcana card, the Moon, the travel across the desert, Camel, looking at how often as a human being we have to go into the desert, the 40 days, the 40 nights process to strip down these old stories. And that can feel painful, it can feel challenging, but it's essential for us if we want to create transformation and do all of this process. Otherwise, we try and remain the same and the lessons get harder. The next card was the Lovers, which is card number 6, which again is about doing the inner work to become balanced with the masculine and feminine. And the next Major Arcana is the Aeon, which is number 20, which again is the same as Yellow Sun, to bring in the new age of Horus. And again, if you look up the story around Isis and Osiris and Horus, And that gives a process, again, of what we do as an individual so that we can transform our ego story and we can become the divine child, which is Blue Monkey, which is the 11th Mayan sign. We're letting go of our childhood trauma. Again, with Cancer, we're in the 4th house. We are working with the foundation stone of what we came into by our parental coding, our ancestral coding, our biology, our genes, what we come to heal and understand what creates wounding for human beings and stop doing it. The minor arcana today is a 10 of discs, which is wealth. And again, if you look this up, what is the manifestation process to create wealth? And of course, it's feeling sovereign and worthy on the inside. That's true wealth, rather than accumulation of money. It's being in balance and trusting the process that we are always held by the universe. And as long as we align with healthy actions and be in balance, we will always receive what we need. So I wish you an amazing 52 days of creating Eden for yourself, through yourself, here on planet Earth. It truly is a most beautiful, beautiful place. And the more we heal, the more we experience that, the more we become at peace with our journey so far, the more we live in peace. Lots of love to you. Bye for now.